News in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, I'm going 80.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Williams. .31 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
From
the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This is Scarborough. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 26.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's got some space here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down.
Hey, Haywood!
On 1st down, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Carr's throw here caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Carr going to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards, the pickup, 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To throw, it's caught. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Scarborough. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
42, Mike, tackle. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. So the Chiefs able to force the safety there. I think you probably give an assist to this Kansas City crowd at Arrowhead.
And don't they love it? They love being part of the game and having an influence on the game, because they make it awfully difficult to function, especially when you're backed up deep in your own territory. I think there's a little more going on here than just crowd noise, though. But the home field advantage at Arrowhead, definitely that. A big-time advantage.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, although they even brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. This is caught by Williams. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
From midfield, here's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Carr. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
Right? But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You thinking that might be a better way to go?
Instead of your kicker, yeah. The running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. On 2nd and 9, Carr, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw is Carr. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Corey Littleton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
23 yards the pickup there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Kansas City, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Oakland, It's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.